Hi Nikhil, hi Kareem. Is my audio video audible?
Hi Nikhil, hi Kareem. Is my
Is my
audio
audio
video
video
audible?
okay?
Hi Nikhil, hi Kareem. Is my audio video okay? Hi Nikhil, hi Kareem.
Hello everyone. Hi, how was your day? Is it echoing now also? Everything is perfect, right? Awesome, awesome. A bit echo. There are no prerequisites. Okay, let's get started for today's class then. Hi, my name is Rachit Srivastava. I have nearly 6 years, 6+ years of experience. I am a tech enthusiast and a mentor. I have worked with React.js, Node.js, Golang, Python, Android development. So I'm a full stack developer, right? I have worked with both service-based companies as well as product-based companies, and I am very eager to learn new things every day. Today would be your first class. There are no prerequisites. I would be starting from very, very scratch, and I would this project will be a product driven course, right? So we will be developing many different type of projects to clear our different concepts. Okay, all good till here? How many of you have zero knowledge on backend? Let me start from that. Okay, okay, good, awesome, awesome, awesome. So this course will be very suitable for you because we will be starting from very scratch. I am not expecting you to even know JavaScript that much. Just a basic understanding of JavaScript would work. Okay, that works for you? Okay, chalo. Let's get started from what we understand in web development. There are two parts of web development. One is front end and one is back end. Front end is the cute puppy that a user see. Back end is the beast and the logic that lies behind. Okay, this meme is a very good definition of what front end and back end is. Okay, so in a web application, in a web app, any website that you see, okay, there are two parts. One is front end and one is back end. Front means that is in front of the users. Back means that is on the back of the users. Okay. Front end means that whatever the users see. Okay. For example, if you are viewing YouTube right now, you are looking at the front end side of things. Okay. In the backend, they are doing many complex algorithms which enables you to do all these things, to stream the video, to do chatting, etc. Okay. Front end resides mostly in browsers or in your apps. Okay. The technologies behind front end are HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Okay. To make our lives easy, there are multiple frameworks or libraries in JavaScript. One big library that we use in JavaScript is called React. Okay. What do I mean by that? These are nothing just a wrapper around JavaScript to make our life easy, to make development easy. Okay. But the main technologies behind front end are HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. All good till here? HTML basically tells the structure. CSS is the design. JavaScript is the uh, brain behind it. Okay. These technologies, what do? They tell a browser on how to make your website useful to the users. Okay. These are set of instructions. These are nothing but set of instructions, right? That you tell to the browsers what needs to be done, right? You can learn backend without learning front end. But because front end is most familiar to most of the users, that is why I'm telling you in terms of front end. Okay. Now, with backend, what is backend? Backend is something that users don't see, right? The technologies behind backend are Node.js, Python, okay, Golang, PHP, etc. Okay, here you have to select all of them. Here you have to select only one of them. These are all ORs. Only one technology that you need to learn, and you will be able to develop backend. Okay, there are many, many more. Yes, Ruby is one, right? Now, why do we need these technologies? What do these technologies do? Just like in front end, we write something in HTML, right? Which tells browser on how to do something, how to show the web app. In Node.js also, we write some JavaScript. Just like React, we have Node.js in backend. Okay. It is also a JavaScript inside. If you know JavaScript, you know Node.js. There is a very little thing that you need to know on top of JavaScript, but if you know JavaScript, you know at least 80% of Node.js. Okay. In Node.js, we tell our servers something called servers. Your backend has something called servers. We tell these servers, just like in front end we have browsers, in backend we have servers. Okay. We tell these servers on how to perform any task. For example, arithmetic task, a plus b, a minus b, a multiply b, a divide by b, etc. Okay, or file functions, that is to fetch a file, to send a file, okay, to manipulate a file, or for example, we are creating some chat application. Okay, right now you are chatting, right? To receive some chat and send some chat, things like those. Okay, these are the instructions that we provide to servers to perform. Okay, and how do we perform it? We perform it via Node.js. Okay, for example, right now I'm talking to you, right? You are able to understand my language because you know this language. You also know English, I also know English. That is why I'm able to speak in English and you're able to understand English. Okay, so these servers understand Node.js code. right? Any doubts still here? Any doubts still here? We understand what backend is, right? Awesome. Now we understand what backend is. Backend comprises of two things now. Servers, just like in front end we have browsers, and something called databases. These are the only two components of a backend application. Okay. Now let's understand them one by one. What are servers? Do any of you know what are servers? Do any of you know what are servers? Server is something which serves. Very good explanation. Okay. In very simple terms, they are your computers or your devices without a screen. What did I say? They are your computers without a screen. Okay. If they are computers without your screen, can your laptop become a server? Tell me. If there are computers without a screen, can your laptop becomes a server if we ignore this screen for some time? Yes. Your laptop or any device can become a server, okay? The only condition is it has to serve, right? Can your laptop, can I access your laptop right now? Is there any device in my system right now which enables me to access your laptop? No, right? But what if you tell your laptop to make your laptop publicly available? What if you tell your laptop to make itself or some files publicly available? Can I access it then? We cannot access your laptop just because of security issues, right? But if you yourself is saying, okay, make yourself public, I can access your laptop. Correct or not? Right? For example, you do screen sharing, right? In screen sharing also, you are telling your laptop to make yourself accessible to the members of that uh, meeting, right? तो ठीक है. Servers are basically laptops without a screen, which you have allowed it to be publicly available. Everything clear right now? Everything clear right now? Awesome. Awesome. Okay. How to make your laptop publicly available and all those things, we will talk in later classes. Okay. You understood backend, you understood servers. Now comes the point of databases. What are databases? Basically, if you divide these terms, for example, back end, servers, right? Similarly, data and bases, data and bases. The place or the base where your data resides is called a database. The base where data resides is called a database. Okay. What kind of data? Can you give me examples of data? Data can be your chat right now or any file, right? Data can be your password, your identity, right? Your Aadhaar card, your PAN card, or bits of this video stream, or the whole video itself. All these are data, right? What did we learn? We learned what is backend. Backend is something that is inaccessible to the user. That is, it does not have a screen. It does not have a GUI, graphical user interface. It is divided into two types, servers and databases. Servers are basically your laptops without a screen, which you have made accessible to users. Database is something where data resides. Okay. Now, if we have all the data in the databases, why do we need servers? Can anybody tell me? If user always needs a data, right? It just requires some data. If that data resides in the database, why do we need servers? Awesome. Awesome. I think we have geniuses over here. We need servers because the purpose of server is to serve. It's not the purpose of database. Database is to store the data and servers is to serve this stored data to whoever needs it. Everything clear right now? Then what becomes the full picture? We have a browser, okay? For example, you are opening google.com, okay? Whoever have learned HTML also, they know that for any website, we serve an index.html, for example, any HTML file, correct or not? We are opening google.com, okay? This browser request, who would it request to? Who would this browser request to? Server. This browser requests the server. What would it request? It will request for index.html, right? It will request for index.html to please serve me index.html. This server will then request to database whether do you have index.html or not. Okay. If the database has index, okay, or the data related to index.html, it will give it back to server, or will it give it back to directly browser? It will give back to server, and the server will again send it back to browser, right? Is the whole story clear right now? I will take a minute to have your doubts. Is this story clear up till now? Awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay, now, acha, one more time, let me repeat. The browser will, suppose you are opening google.com, okay? For anyone who have learned HTML, they know that for google.com, it is basically an HTML file. The browser will request the server to send the HTML file if it has. The server will again ask the database whether do you have the HTML file or not, okay, or the content related to the HTML file. If the database has it, it will serve it back to the server. The server will send it back to the browser. Cool. Now, what are these arrows? How are they connecting to each other? Can anybody tell me? How are, what is these arrows? What does these arrows denote? How are they connecting to each other? Two brilliant students we have. How are you using the chat right now? Via internet. Yes, you're using the internet to communicate, right? Right or wrong? You're using this internet only to communicate, right? Yes. Whoever was saying APIs and other things, did they get that they are using internet to communicate throughout, right? But see, the browser understands HTML, the server understands node.js, the database understands its own technologies. What would the internet understand? What is the language of the internet? It needs some type of communication, right? Until and unless you understand some language, you cannot communicate with each other. For example, if you know French and I'm talking to you in English, you won't be able to understand me, right? The language of the internet is called API. Any other answer is wrong. The language of the internet is called API. So basically, we make an API call. We say that we make an API call to get the data or to send the data. Okay. What is API? API is application programming interface. See, it has an interface into it, right? Interface means it is connected at two different ends. This is what interface means, right? To develop the interface or to make the interface usable, we use application programming interface or APIs. It is not a language, it is just a set of rules. Any language is basically set of rules. Always remember that. Okay? These are always set of rules that helps you or the computer to understand or do something. Right? All clear till here? All clear? We understood what is backend. We understood what are servers. We understood what is database. We understood what are APIs. Correct? All clear? Any doubts? All clear? Any doubts? These are all the jargons of backend. You won't need any more jargons to understand backend. Now, if I tell you that we are making API calls, we are connecting to databases, we are creating servers, you will be able to understand, right? Okay. These are all the jargons of backend. These are just special words for some special things. Cool. We won't need any more jargons in backend, right? Let me give you a very, very small brief on what all these things are, just to remind your memory. Backend is something that is not accessible to the users. We write all the logics inside backend, okay, to give it back to front end. In backend, we have two things: servers and databases. Servers are, just the name suggests, it serves. It is an intermediary between the front end and the database. Okay, it fetches the data from the database. If there is some computation on it, it does the computation and cleans the data and send it back to front end. Okay, database is where all the data is stored. APIs are something which helps communicate between all everything, right? It is the language of the interface. Okay, API is something which we will be creating, and it is the major thing that we will be doing. Okay, we have a whole detailed class tomorrow on APIs only. ठीक? Is there any doubt till here? No? Awesome. Always understand, always understand. You are an engineer, correct? You are trying to learn any language, right? You are trying to learn programming, okay? Programming is just set of rules that you create to tell your computer to do something. That is the basic definition of programming, right? Now, over the years, where programming has developed, many intelligent people, many intelligent programmers have created some chunk of code to make your life easy. Okay. For example, we started with Pascal, then came C, then came C++, then came Java, then came JavaScript. What are all these things? These are just abstraction of binary or zeros or ones that the computer understand. Okay? All these things, C, C++, Java, Python, Node, or JavaScript, all these comes down to zeros and ones. Okay? It is just different way of writing things. They are all trying to solve a different kind of problem. Okay? What kind of problem you are trying to solve, you need to understand. First of all, you need a problem statement to have. Okay? For example, a problem statement is too much traffic. Suppose you hit 1 million users per second. Okay? For example, in YouTube, every video, for example, if suppose this video, 1 million people are concurrently watching, okay, watching at the same time, okay, how would you solve this problem? That for 1 million users, your website should not slow or there is any inconvenience for each and every one of them. Okay, you're getting my problem statement. First of all, you need a problem statement, then only you will find a solution, right? Suppose the problem statement is you need to create a YouTube, okay? But the problem is in each and every YouTube video, there are 1 million users watching the same, for example, live cricket match at the same time. You need to build a system where 1 million users see it flawlessly and there is no lag, no inconvenience for everyone. Okay? I see many solutions. So suppose person A came with a solution that okay, I know servers. Everybody understands servers over here? I will add many servers. I will add maybe 1 million servers. Or suppose one server is able to handle 10 users. Then I will add these many servers to it. Person B comes, okay, and says if there are 1 million users and there is one cricket match, okay, I will load all my servers to each user system itself. Okay, I will ask them to download a desktop application and directly access the cameras in the stadium. This is one solution. User C says, I will have one server, I will have one server with say 5 cores, and I will divide the traffic into 5 cores. What seems best for you? Are these all viable solutions? First of all, are these all viable solutions or not? These are all viable solutions. These are all viable solutions. ठीक है? In a similar way, in same way, many technologies try to solve this scenario in their own sense. Okay? For JavaScript, we have a very beautiful thing called event loop. Okay? What JavaScript did was it created a queue, right? And divided that stream into very small things. For example, from 0 to 1 second, from 1 to 5 seconds, and things like those. Okay? It created two queues, and whenever a traffic comes, it sees, okay, what part of the queue it needs. For example, if it has already was 0 to 1 second, I will serve it 1 to 5 seconds. Okay. So JavaScript is single threaded. There is only one thread, but it uses something called event loop that makes it possible under the hood to have 1 million users. I will not go much deep into event loop someday afterwards, but right now just understand it is the JavaScript way of doing things. Okay. On top of this event loop, JavaScript is very easy to understand. Okay, it already have a very good developers community. Okay, and we did not need much code. The code itself we need to write very less to handle 1 million users. It is doing this under the hood, right? So developers of JavaScript thought this is a very great solution, which we're doing it in the browsers because browser do not have much RAM. It cannot utilize your whole system, right? It is a very small part of your system. So because it is that much optimized already, why not bring it to servers? Because it is easy. People already knew JavaScript. It is very popular right now. Okay. When it started, it was very popular. It already have a very good developers community where people have created small codes called packages. Okay. They have created packages to help others out, and we need to write very small code. Why not bring all these functionalities into backend and call it node? right? There were already many technologies which existed, for example, Python, Java, many technologies which tried to overcome the same problem in a different way. Okay, but since JavaScript was already very optimized and it had many other features like these, they bring it to servers and call it Node.js. Did you understand why Node.js came into existence and why are we using Node.js right now? Or do I repeat myself? JavaScript already have something called event loop, which is able to handle 1 million users using your DSA, right? Queues, stacks, and things like those. And it already have too many features. For example, it is easy to use, it has developers community, and we need to write very small code, right? There are many packages already built, many packages, frameworks, right? Libraries, they are already built. So they introduced Node.js for backend, right? Now, Node.js by default brings too many things into table. First of all these things, it is easy to understand. It already have too much developers community, so most of your packages that is written for your front end, for example, arithmetic packages, math packages, etc., can also be used in backend, right? And all these things. So for any application which has a very good traffic, we use Node.js. So it became a very first choice of most of the companies right now. Right now, nearly 60% of the companies or the startups, 60% of the startups are using Node.js. Rest 40, why Rest 40 did not use it? Can you tell me the reason why? Why 60% of the people acquired Node.js but 40% did not? Only one right answer I found till yet, which is from Sahil, Kudu Sahil, because they are trying to solve some other problem. Simple answer, right? Node.js can solve most of your common occurring problems, but if suppose you have an application which is totally different, then why would you require Node.js? You're trying to solve a different kind of problem, right? You're not trying to solve the problem that Node.js is solving. Correct? That is why 40% of other companies do not use Node.js because they are trying to solve other problem which is not part of Node.js. Understood? So whenever you pick something, always understand what is the problem statement it is trying to solve and is it the same problem statement that you are having. Okay, and for that you need a problem statement. All good? All good? Yes. Why these stress are these people? If you do not want to take the stress, you want a language which basically does everything good, then you choose Node.js. Okay. But for example, if you have a very big data, right? For example, 1 million rows data, Node.js Node.js was made to handle 1 million traffic, right? Not that much big data. Then you require something else. For example, if you need some very heavy calculations, right, which requires low level coding, then you require something like C, C++, etc. Okay, these are all low level languages. They are very close to zeros and ones. They are very close to computer's brain. That is why computer can understand them much faster as compared to JavaScript or any other high level language. Okay. In these scenarios, we do not use Node.js. We can, but to make your website or your servers different from the others, much faster than the others, in these scenarios, we mostly do not use Node.js. Did it answer your question, Sumit? Big companies use Node.js. Very old companies, when Node.js was not there, they used Java. Okay. So very old code, if you find, it will probably be in Java or Ruby. But whoever has migrated in last 6 to 7 years, they all are using Node.js. Got it? Okay. Now the theory part ends. Let's understand how do we install Node.js. Node.js can be installed with something called Node Version Manager. Okay, if you simply type Node Version Manager install, you will find a link that will help you to install NVM. Short form is NVM, Node Version Manager, right? That will help you install NVM on Windows, Mac, Linux, any file. Simply have an executable file and install it. Okay. Always install Node.js using NVM. You can also install it from its official website. If you simply say Node.js install, you will find a download link over here in nodejs.org and you can download specific versions of it. Okay. But if you're starting out and uh, you are creating many different projects, it is a probable chance that you will require more than one versions on your system. For that scenario, you will use Node Version Manager. Okay, let it just boost up. Simply in your CMD or terminal, wherever, you simply type, when you install this Node Version Manager, you simply type nvm -v. That will give you the version of Node Version Manager that is installed. Okay. Now, why was Node Version Manager introduced? Because in different type of projects, we need to switch between node versions. Okay, it is mostly when you switch companies. For example, a company is using any other different version of Node. Now your new company is using different versions of Node. Then in that scenario, Node version managers are very useful. Okay, simply you type these command. Okay, it will install it in your system. You set your environment variable. If you want to install the latest Node version, you simply type npm install latest in your terminal. My terminal is not boosted yet. You simply write npm install latest, or if you want any specific version, you write npm install v and the version name. For example, 8.1.0 or 10.4.3, whatever it is. Okay. Simply you need to learn this command. npm install the version name, it will switch to that version. Or npm then use the version name if you have already installed it, and it will switch to that version. It is that simple. Okay. There are only two commands, npm install and npm use. Okay. Okay. We have it right here. I have already installed it. So I want to use, and if I want to use Node version 16, then I will simply write npm install. First, I will write npm install v16. It will install it for you. If it is already installed, see, it is installing the Node version 16 for me. If that is already installed, I will use npm use v16. Okay, and I will switch to version 16 of Node. Now using Node v16.16.0. It is that simple. Any doubts still here? Any doubts in installation? Simply write node version manager install. In the first link only, you will find how to download in different systems. Okay, download in Linux or Mac, download in Windows, you will find an executable file over here. You simply download it, install it. All good? Any doubts? Awesome. Awesome. Okay. Today's class was this only. It was an introduction of the jargons and uh, introduction to Node.js, when to use it, when not to use it, how to install it. Okay. I will I will see you in Mahasabha BC in our Discord channel. Okay, just after the live ends. See you there. Peace.